Well, hello, all my favorite people. So, as a lot of you know, I passed my journeyman's exam and I'm really, really pumped about it. I posted a video this week of some work I did with a brand new apprentice, and so check that out if you haven't. It's a short. We're gonna have some family over today and I'm gonna barbecue some ribs. I do a lot of barbecuing around here. I've got a Pit Boss 1150. We've got fruit pellets in it right now, and today we're gonna make some ribs. So join me, and I'm gonna take a shot at showing you guys how I cook.
So we're gonna go ahead and trim our ribs. I have gone ahead and trimmed these already. I have removed any extra fat. I have squared them up. I've made them look nice and presentable. So go ahead and take some time to love on these bad boys. I've got a bowl here of all the stuff that I've trimmed off. And I'll actually go back through the trimmings and cut the bigger chunks of meat off of the scrap pieces, and I'm gonna make the dogs some treats. The next step is to season these ribs. So I'm gonna use my all-time favorite. It's by Sucklebuster's Tailgater's Barbecue Party Rub. And then we're gonna add some honey chipotle barbecue on top of that. Start by seasoning with the Tailgater's Barbecue Party Rub on the bottom first, and then a second layer of the honey chipotle barbecue, and then flip them over to their presentation side and repeat the process. Preheat your pellet grill to 250 degrees, and then we're gonna get started on the Mop Sauce. This is all the ingredients you're gonna need to make it. The very first thing is to bring a half a gallon of white distilled vinegar to 150 degrees. Once we get the vinegar to 150 degrees, we're gonna go ahead and add in these lemon slices, and we're gonna cook them for about 10 minutes until they're kind of soft. So we're gonna go ahead and check our vinegar. Oh, yep. I need to turn the burner down a little bit. So we're there. We're going to go ahead and add the lemons and start a timer for 10 minutes. So we've got our lemons sliced up, added to the white distilled vinegar, and I'm going to set a timer, and I'll bring you guys back when we add the seasonings. So here we have the dry ingredients for the mop sauce that I'm gonna do. And I've got the vinegar and the lemons going. We're waiting for it. So while we're waiting for the 10-minute timer on the lemons, we're gonna go ahead and do 1 cup of sugar. We're gonna do 4 tablespoons of ground pepper. I almost said granulated sugar. Okay, and then let's see, the recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of red pepper flakes, and I've got a 2 teaspoon, that's perfect. And we're gonna do, that was 2.5, okay, 2 teaspoons red pepper flakes, and 2.5 tablespoons of cayenne pepper. Whoa. All right, well, there's sugar, sweet, and then this went in a half a gallon of vinegar, so I mean, okay. Sometimes when you look at recipes, you really have to, I don't know, like use some logic on it. Like, does that seem like the right amount of pepper, or am I overdoing it? The tablespoons and teaspoon thing can really get you. So 1 tablespoon and 2 tablespoons and a half. And a half, I'm guessing, is 2 tablespoons, because that's what looks like about half on my measuring stick. 1.5 teaspoons. Okay, we're gonna call that half of a tablespoon. It's a mop sauce. It doesn't have to be perfect. Sweet. Okay, so now we have all of our dry ingredients. I will bring you back when our 10-minute timer is done. All right, so we've hit 10 minutes on the lemons, and they're definitely looking a little wilted, which is good. I don't know exactly the process behind this, but I know that you don't want to get the vinegar too high of a temperature. So now we're at the point where we're gonna go ahead and add all of our dry stuff. And then at this point, all I want to do is get everything stirred in and mix together. We want to bring it to 190 degrees, and I'm actually kind of scared to check this. This may be a fail. I don't know. I turned it down. I turned it down a lot. Oh, not too bad. We're only 9 degrees over what I was supposed to be. Let's see. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so that was 199. But only bring it to 190. So I don't know, I'll turn it down a little bit. So I'm going to stir this, get it kind of mated together. You can tell when the sugar's all dissolved because it won't, you can feel that it's not in the bottom of the pan. And then I'm going to take the lemon chunks out and bring this to a cool completely before we start mopping the ribs. All right, we're gonna bring you out here to the Pit Boss, and we are going to cook these ribs at 250 degrees for 1 hour, and then I'm gonna come out and start mopping. So I'm actually about 30 minutes into the cook right now, but I'll show you guys. You can see we've got some good smoke rolling off the barbecue. You can see that there. I've got a smoke stick in here. This is a no wrap recipe, so we're gonna be mopping every 30 minutes. But first we gotta set that bark. So we're gonna let this guy sit for a full hour, maybe even hour and a half. We're gonna check the bark, and then I'll bring you back when it's time to mop. All right, we are at our 1 hour mark. So let's bring you back and we'll take a look at these and see how they're doing. Nice. Yeah, it's looking like the bark is setting up nicely. Maybe not. You know, I might give these a little bit more time. It really does need to set up, guys. So yeah, it's sticky. It's sticky. It's not set. Okay. Well, I do got my mop sauce here. So mop sauce, awesome. It's cooling down, which actually I might need a little more time on cooling that. So, all right, let's say another 20 minutes and I'll bring you back. All right, it's time to bring you guys back. I've smoked it for another 20 minutes, or about an hour 20 on the smoke with just the rub on it. And it looks really good. So we're set now. So now we're gonna do the mop sauce, and the mop sauce is actually cooled, so everything worked in perfect timing. So what we're gonna do here on the very first mop is we're actually just gonna drip it on the ribs. We're just gonna do it this way. And I tell you, the smell of these ribs are great. Especially that vinegar mop sauce coming off the heater. It's pretty good. All right, get the big rack. Might end up moving these forward for accessibility. Now that we're in the sequence of mopping, it's just going to be like every 30 or 40 minutes, coming out here, mopping them. This is a no wrap mop recipe. I'm anticipating this to take about 5 hours. So I've got a decent amount of mop sauce left. This was easier for me to have just a little container that I'm transferring from the big recipe to this. All right. Okay, so we're mopped, and I'm not going to bring you back every single time I do this, but I'll bring you back on maybe a few more times, and I'll let you see the progress. We'll see how these go. I love to watch the steam. This is going to work out great. Okay, so we are temping at 190, just about on every spot on these ribs. And it is getting dark, and these ribs are dark, and that's just because we don't wrap them. So, all right, we're gonna get them up, and we'll get them sliced, and we'll show you. Check how juicy these are. Absolutely still juicy. Nice smoke ring. Cool, I'm glad you like it. I've never made this recipe before. Okay, I've got it all sliced up. Take a look at